What's going on, guys? 40 Brothers here for another video.
More Mustang content.
More Mustang content. Today, we're gonna start the actual detailing of the Mustang, as you saw in the last video. Which, if you haven't saw it,
shame on you if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, shame on you. It's pretty dirty. It's clean, but it's dirty. And
the engine bay is. This is the dirty part of the car. It's nasty. So we're gonna start off with this first. And go ahead and show them in case they didn't see the last video how dirty it is.
They should already know because they probably saw the last video.
If you saw the last video, you can tell this is just look how dirty this is. Look.
This is definitely 215,000 miles. It's never been clean.
It looks like it's never been clean, which is fine.
But you can see, look right down.
We're gonna make it look new. There's actually a cigarette butt here somewhere. Somewhere down here by one of the. I think down here by like one of the coil packs.
Somewhere, but honestly, it's disgusting.
It's super dirty. A lot of people, I mean, there's different ways you can clean engines. Some people like to do the power washing technique. We don't because we're not, it's not worth the risk of damaging something, one of the electronics. So we're probably gonna use a combination of steam, degreaser. I'm trying to think what else.
A lot of elbow grease. A
lot of just towel work and stuff like that. So
yeah, you never know. 215,000 miles.
We'll make it look good. So
we'll make it look good.
Look at it now. Look at the dirt. Get a good look at it. See all the dirt? You scan.
Look at it.
Focus in on it, Nick.
Look at
the dirt. Write my name in it.
Look at that. Nasty. Oh boy.
And yeah, we're gonna probably start up on top here. Clean this first.
You know what sucks? We're used to Mercedes, obviously, and they got service mode. Look, they got no room in here.
So there's no service mode. This is all you got.
That's all you got. Come on, Ford.
You gotta make it work.
Gotta make it work. All right, let's go and start this.
All right, guys. First thing we're gonna do before we touch anything with any water or sprays, we're gonna go through with the vacuum and try to suck up a lot of the loose dirt because a lot of this is just kind of like just loose sitting there. And I'm gonna brush it all up and try to get as much out of that as I possibly can.
All right, guys, to make it easier, Matt's gonna go ahead and take off this cover right here. There's a couple of bolts right there. Because obviously, look how dirty, you can tell, it's all dirty underneath.
I won't be able to clean this right if I don't take stuff apart. So this is gonna have to come off. I'm probably gonna end up taking out the air intake over there, the box.
Apart some of this front plastic.
I might take the plastic out. The batteries probably have to come out because there's too much dirt around it. And then, the diffuse box cover, a couple other things, I could just take them off as we go and clean around them. But, there's just way too much dirt on here to not take this
it'll
out.
be so much easier to take it all apart. All right, guys, just finished cleaning up this right here. As you can tell, I'm not finished dragging it off, but what a difference that is already. We used a little bit of degreaser.
Yeah, so it's pretty nasty.
My gosh.
As you saw.
The sink was just filled with, look at that.
Now it looks.
Oh my God, look at brand new.
Amazing. It looks amazing.
Look, this is not even, none of the symbols or anything, none of it's worn off.
I say it's still in really good condition. It's a couple marks as you would expect, but just look at it.
Put it in the engine for a second, see the difference. Look at that.
I say it looks beautiful.
Look at that.
It was. Intake manifold is nasty, but I just did a quick little vacuum on there. Gotta get some more of that dirt out, but.
Just wanted to show you that, because just cleaned out real good with the degreaser.
Yeah, just degreaser, that's all, nothing special.
All right, guys, now Matt's gonna start doing the hood over here. Start the bottom and do the top, because obviously disgusting. This is just, rag, not rag, but a sponge, a little bit of Dawn.
Yeah, I'm just using an old sponge with some Dawn on it.
Just to get the grease off.
Yeah, because it's like we showed you, it's super, super dirty. It's basically.
You can see the buildup in there.
Basically, we're gonna ruin whatever material we use on this, or any of our brushes and stuff.
Yeah, so all the worst stuff we got, we're using it on this.
And this is why we do the engine first, not the outside, because I'm making a mess over the outside, as you can see.
Yeah. All right, guys, so obviously we had to clean the insulation pad, and we're gonna take it off to do a real nice job, and we already broke a tab, so we said screw it. So we just covered up the engine bay, and we're just going to town with the hose.
It looks like it's working.
It is.
We sprayed degreaser on it, rubbed it in.
Yeah, degreaser, Dawn, rubbed it in, so, you can see a lot of mud.
I say it's, obviously the whole engine is completely covered, so.
You can kind of see in the camera where the hose is, where the muddy spots are, but that's what we're doing now. All right, guys, just cleaned the front cover right here. Obviously, sticker is nice and intact. It was actually really dirty. Once again, degreaser, Dawn soap. But while we're doing that, Matt's over here working on these strut tire, and
just to get an idea how nasty it is, because it's kind of dark in the garage, you can't get a good look.
You can tell.
I'm just gonna wipe this with my hand. Look at my fingers.
Look at
that. It's nasty. So, see if I can. Is this on mist? Let me switch over to mist and just try to mist this. You can just see the dirt rolling right off. Obviously, you don't want to get the engine completely soaked, but
that's what we're trying to avoid here.
Yeah, but the problem is it's so nasty, so dirty that you don't really have a choice. So, let's just hope nothing breaks.
Honestly, this engine bay is so dirty. This might have to be a separate video. Look at that. Look at that soot coming out.
You just see it. And
look,
it's
you
still
can tell. Look right here. Look.
It's still a mess. Look
at that.
Disgusting.
Look at this. I wish you could feel the resistance on this brush of how dirty this engine is. It's unbelievable.
Oh my gosh, look at the paint. It's like not even. Oh man, it's nasty. I'm about to go over this again with Dawn.
All right, guys, went to town and all the front of this right here with a degreaser, a little brush, and trying not to get all the electronic stuff wet, but we gotta miss it. It's just so heavy with dirt and just shit all over it that it just has to be cleaned.
Yeah, I say to be honest, you know, we've been detailing for probably what, 10 years, Nick?
Yeah, I've never seen engine as dirty.
Never had to use a hose in the engine like this. Never.
It usually always come clean, but I mean,
it's so dirty that we really don't have any choice.
It's still not 100% perfect. I mean, you can see in there.
Yeah, we'll have to go
figure
over.
it's still gonna have to go over, but
yeah.
As you can see, we got
a good start for now.
I mean, at least now we can see like the 4 decals and all the stickers and stuff like that. I mean, it's looking good though. But that's where we're at. All right, guys. Now Matt was working on the passenger side of the car. Strut tire and all this.
Yeah, there's like a lot of heavy buildup of grease and crap on here. I'm trying to get off.
It's disgusting.
Using all kind of different sprays. We're using, you know, all kind of stuff trying to loosen this up a little bit, but it's not
heavy
really
degreasers.
I haven't used a steamer yet though.
No steamer yet.
No steamer yet.
But we got our work cut out for ourselves. All right, guys. Now Matt's a little bit more dust. As you can see, we're going through and getting all the wires and all this little stuff right here, cleaning up by hand. Manifolds cleaned up. We're still working on the wires.
Still pretty dirty.
This right here is kind of weird. You can probably you can see it right here. See how like this stuff right here is like faded? You a little bit of polish show off.
It's gonna be polished, yeah.
You can see the difference right there. A little bit of polish to get off. So we'll have to go through and polish out. But all right, guys, Matt and I finished up the engine bay. As you can see, it looks amazing. Obviously, way better. Huge transformation. This is the part 2 of the detailing video of the Mustang.
Yep. Today it's gonna be the exterior and maybe interior.
Maybe interior. I don't know. If we'll have time. So today we're gonna go ahead and do the outside.
It's
and
nasty. It's
bad.
Terrible. I mean,
let's go ahead and show a little bit of it. What we got working on.
We're in a garage now, so it's obviously you can't tell.
I mean, you can see a little bit.
It's not too light in here, but there's tons of watermarks in the paint, tons of swirl marks, tons of stone chips.
Look at that. That's disgusting.
There's tons of dents. I mean, you can
see right there. It's gross.
It's pretty nasty, and we showed you guys in the other videos. The door wells are just extremely dirty, especially over there in the corner where the hinges are. It's nasty.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna go through all that.
Inside's not bad. Inside's mint. Clean.
I'm not too sure how much correction we're gonna do in the paint. I don't know the condition of it, but we'll probably end up just doing a light polish just to make it pop a little bit better. Because we're not too worried about, you know, the major swirl marks, because, you know, this car's gonna be daily driven. Well, I don't know about daily driven, but
daily driven Mustang.
It's gonna be used. It's not gonna be a show car, so
let's go and get started. All right, guys. When Matt starts holding down the car, I'm gonna show you what we're working with. We got 2 buckets here, but this is our wheel bucket right here, and that's the body bucket. We're not doing 2 bucket method because the paint's already, so what's the hell is the difference at this point? A lot of people are gonna ask what we're working with over here. We're using the, what is this, Chemical Guys. They're like snow foam soap. Right off the bat, you can tell this car was definitely waxed or spray waxed something. It's got very good hydrophobic properties. I mean, look at that.
So you see the water just rolls right now. It almost looks like it's coated.
It almost looks like it's coated, yeah, so. That's nice to see.
Yeah, that's how you can tell previous owners took care of it.
Yeah. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do first is obviously Matt's washing the whole car. Also, you guys wanna start at the top, work your way out, and working on the hood right now. The next step we're gonna do is we have another little sponge that we go through and try to get all the rough stuff. This paint's pretty rough. So Matt's gonna go ahead and hose it all down. He'll get another sponge and try to pick up anything else before he clays it. What are you doing, Matt?
On the clay process.
A little bit of clay. How's it feeling? Pretty smooth?
Feeling good. You want to make sure, especially if you're going to be using any type of buffer or anything like that, you want to make sure there's nothing on the paint, because whenever you take the buffer to it, the little specks get stuck to your pad. They're going to swirl the paint terribly whenever.
I bet you someone's going to say, why are you claying it now and not after? We've been detailing cars for 10 years, and I don't like when people wash the whole car, dry it off, then do the clay. You're better off doing, and you guys, if anybody watches Ammo NYC Larry, he does the same thing. You wash the car, the whole car, then you go back, soap it up again with, nice soap and make a, lubricant, and then go back and clay it, and then wash it off again. That way you don't have to do the process. I don't like that stuff when people drive the car and they do that. I don't know. What do you think, Matt?
You really don't need to do it. Plus, obviously, if you're going to be polishing the paint, even if there is any type of like, scratches and whatnot from claying, because in most cases you are going to do some type of scratching when you clay. You're gonna be getting them off when you polish.
You know what the problem is too? People, they draw off the whole entire car. Like, I've seen people do it on like brand new cars, new paint, and obviously they probably are doing the polishing and the compound or whatever. But say if you spray like this little panel right here with your spray wax or lubricant, whatever you use to do the clay that they come in those kits. Say if you spray just right here and you start claying it, but you don't spray over here and you go over too far, then you start doing a lot more scratching. So it's not worth it. Do it this way. You'll save yourself a lot of time and headaches.
One thing with detailing is this: there's a million ways you can do it. Guess what?
It's whatever way you want to do it, really.
It's really whatever way you want to do, as long as the end result, looks good. Doesn't really matter.
Yep, that's true. All right, guys, just finish up with the wash, the clay, drying it up now. Here you get a little bit better idea of all the stone chips in the front. Looks like snow. It's bad. So while Matt finished off drying the car over here, I'm gonna go ahead and work on these exhaust pipes, tailpipes over here. If I had to guess, these have never been polished. I mean, you can see literally the dirt stuck to the top of it. And I'm gonna use this Chemical Guys heavy metal polish, a little bit SS pad, and then just go to town on these and hopefully make them look good again, but we'll see. Let's just finish off with the first exhaust tip. Looks a lot better. Not perfect, but we'll be getting a new exhaust anyway, so these tips are just to make it look good for now. That's what it looked like before. Go back over here. A lot better. All right, guys, so Matt went ahead and polished the whole entire hood, but we didn't really like the results that we saw here. Matt went ahead and started compounding, and it looks, I don't know why it's out of focus, but it looks a lot better after a compound than just a polish. You can see a lot more hazing over there. When you come over here, actually, you can see the distinct line somewhere right here. You can see, well, the light's in the way, but you can kind of see a line right here.
I probably have to go around multiple times with compound, but obviously we don't want to rip all the clear coat
I mean,
off.
right here, look, it looks like a mirror finish right there.
That does look pretty good.
But I mean, you can see the hazing on this side a little bit, like right there. So I think that the compound is a little bit, a little more aggressive and part of what this car needs, especially in the front end. Before I show you the other fender, I want to give you a good look at what the fenders look like. I mean, you can tell, very, very scratch and swirl. Now let's go to this side. Hood looks good. Look at this. Much better.
Not 100% because we're not looking for 100%. I want to make sure I clarify that because we're not looking for 100%. We just want it to look better.
Deep, deep gloss black paint.
This car is by no means going to be a show car, so we're not worried about 100% perfection.
We're gonna make it look better than what it was, right?
We want it to look better, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're achieving that here.
Absolutely.
Here's the driver door after compound. All right, guys, Matt got the polish and compound. Actually, it was just compound, right, Matt?
Yeah, I can go ahead and go over the polish.
Yeah, I say get it all done. Obviously, like I said, we're not gonna ceramic coat this right now. We have to wait for the touch-up pen. Obviously, you guys saw the front of the car. There's chips, actually they're all over the car, so it doesn't make sense to do that now. So we're probably just gonna throw a wax on it or a paint sealant for now.
I say there's gonna be a lot of people too probably wondering why, because if you look closer, there's still a lot of swirls and stuff on the paint. A lot of people will be wondering why we didn't go all the way and make it perfect, but we're not looking for perfect on this because this car is, it's not a
we're gonna drive this car. It's not gonna be sitting in the garage undercover like
yeah,
D550.
I don't want to rip all the clear coat off just so it looks good for 6 months and get scratched up again.
I said we just want to make it look good for daily driving. You don't want to drive around in a car that looks like like shit. So we want to clean it up. Actually, Matt, it actually looks really good.
For what it was, it was like $1 million.
You see reflection. There's the side of the car. You look at it. 200,000 miles. Look at that. You can shave in this thing.
I have to go to the door handles. They do not look good.
Yeah, door handles look a little rough, but gotta fix this mirror, replace it. I think we might do the Eleanor mirrors. I don't know, you might have to post a picture. And then we're doing the, what's this called? The window louver thing here?
Side louver.
Yeah, we're getting the Eleanor stuff for that.
So
obviously.
I went the door handles with the buffer. Man, I messed them up bad.
But just want to give you a little update. We'll probably have to work on this here later tonight or tomorrow.
We're not doing anything with the front bumper too, so it's completely destroyed.
Yeah, the front bumper is. This is supposed to be gloss, okay? And this is just plastic. They look the same. That's how beat up the front of this thing is. Look at that. It's insane. It's covered in chips. What's sad? If this would have been clear broad, it would have been brand new. Literally brand new. But that's where we're at. All right, guys, a little update here. It's like 10 o'clock at night. We actually went, not home, we went to the gym. Came home, and as you can tell, optimal lighting here. And we were not happy with the way the paint looked on the Mustang, so naturally we're repolishing the whole entire car. And
yeah, well, earlier all we did was compound. I thought it looked good, but when I looked at it underneath the lights in here,
these lights,
you see a lot of hazing. And I'll be honest, earlier I said we weren't looking for perfection, and we're definitely not looking for perfection on this. But I expected more swirls to come out with the compound. I'm kind of surprised.
You must got like tough paint.
This must be like super hard paint because I was expecting to be a lot more correction than this, but I guess no, I don't know. Maybe the paint's super hard, or maybe I could try a different polish, but we're not really that picky. But
it was pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean it was pretty nasty. But I was surprised by how I thought there'd be more swirls coming out of the compound than this.
Yeah, so it's 10 o'clock at night, polishing the whole entire car again. And oh my gosh, look at the stone chips, how bad. Dent.
I mean, the paint definitely pops now.
Oh yeah.
The gloss, I mean, the black looks a lot more glossy, more deep looking, but still, pretty.
Just look at that. Oh my god.
On here. Surprise.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot of stone chips. Oh god, I can't wait to get the pink paint pen. But yeah, that's where we're at. All right, guys, this is the next day. We're finally done with detailing the Mustang.
Except the interior.
Except for the interior. We didn't do the interior because the interior is literally so clean that it doesn't really need anything right now, but we do have plans to do full interior treatment like leather reek and stuff like that, which we didn't feel a need to add it to this video, make it even longer than what it already is.
It's already too long.
Yeah, it's already too long. The biggest, also you guys can tell by the video, you know, the car, the outside and the engine bay were the two biggest things on this the Mustang.
The engine was disgusting. It looks amazing now. The exterior was obviously super bad too. It looks great. I was expecting it to be a little bit better. I thought maybe more swirls would come out, but this paint must be some hard paint and
old paint.
We're not looking for perfection on this one, as I said multiple times. So
I said it multiple times in this video.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks good enough. You keep in mind this is a $5,000, well, $5,500 Mustang.
Yeah, $5,000 Mustang. That, you know, it's gonna be a daily, but you know, it does look a lot better. Yep. I don't know if we're gonna show you guys the outside and everything. The depth of the paint, the black is unbelievable. Uncle came over.
That bar looks good.
He came over this morning and checked out. He was blown away by the result of it. You know, he came with us to pick it up, which is crazy. So let's go and take a look. Here's the interior. Look, a little scan right here. I mean, it's clean. All right, guys, a little side profile. You can tell the paint is very shiny.
I like to wipe off around the stripes a little bit. Looks like there might be some polish.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of polish stuck to the California badges, but oh my gosh, looks good. We finished this up at 11 o'clock last night.
Don't get too close to the front end. You don't want to show all those stone chips. It looks nasty.
I mean, you can tell there's a nice shine to the car now.
Wheels look good.
Wheels look good. See a little bit. I don't know. We had to get them off.
I'll have to look at that. I think that might be polished. I might get a little bit. You're supposed to tape it up, but obviously I didn't.
But I mean, here's the reflection in the paint.
I see the reflection looks good.
I mean, you see there, it looks.
Obviously, it's not perfect. You know, scuffs and stuff around the bumpers. You know, you keep in mind it's a $5,000 Mustang.
I mean, the back here. Minus that dent right there. I mean, $5,000. What more could you ask for?
Yeah, it makes you put emphasis on the $5,000.
$5,000.
It's got 215,000 miles.
Oh, about to turn 216.
I say it's not a garage queen. You know, it's it's been used. So.
I think she looks good though. We're happy with that result.
Yeah, I think.
Touch-up paint's coming in a couple weeks. I don't know why it's taking so long, but so that's gonna get done. Windows are gonna get tinted. End of September. We're on the back burner on that.
Bolt-ons begin.
And then bolt-ons begin. And hopefully, guys, that's the end of this video, guys. Hope you guys like it. Hopefully, you can hear me. It's kind of windy.
There's some wind action over here.
Sun action behind us.
But take some pictures while the car's clean.
We're gonna take some pictures. That's the end of this video. I think the car looks phenomenal for what we pay for it and how much time we put into it. And we still don't know what channel, what Instagram we're gonna do with this as far as everybody wants to see it. We've been throwing the pictures on like the 40 Brother Instagram page on our stories. That's our Mercedes page, but that's pretty much it for this video. Like it.
See you guys in the next one.
And we'll see you guys in the next one.